Dr. Sella here, and I wanted to go through this with you. If the defense aligns directly in the gap, how is that defined to our offensive line? Okay, well, here's how it works. Let's say, for example, you're running triple to the right, and they put a defender right in the A gap. He's not touching the center or the guard. By rule, he's a one technique, so he's a shade on the center by rule. As soon as he clears the guard, he becomes a one technique. So if he lines up right in the A gap, he's a one technique. If a defender aligns right in the B gap, between the guard and the tackle, aligned not shaded on either player, by definition, he's a three technique. If a defender aligns directly in the C gap, let's say you go double flex, receiver's 3.5 feet away from the tackle, he aligns right in the gap between the tackle and the receiver, not shaded on either one of them, he's defined as a five technique. And then anybody that's outside of the end man on the line of scrimmage, if he's not shaded on the end man on the line of scrimmage, he is defined as a nine technique. So once again, if he's right in the A gap, he's a one technique. If he's right in the B gap, he's a three technique. If he's right in the C gap, he's a five technique. If he's right in the D gap, he's a nine technique. So if he doesn't shade an offensive lineman, A gap is one technique, B gap is three technique, C gap is five technique, D gap is nine technique. If he touches the receiver, he's a seven technique. If he touches the tackle, he'd be a 4-eye. If he touches the guard, he'd be a 2-eye. So that's how you identify direct gap alignments. Coaches, if you want to win more games in 2020, give me a call. Triple Option Football Academy camp started in 1997 now. Doesn't matter where you're at. Give me a call, and I'm going to help you win more games in 2020 with the camp, the online classroom, the webinar, and 24-hour-a-day on-call support. You're going to do this right the first time. See you in the next video. Talk then.